Hey guys, this Wednesday is with Chasey Poo, and today we're talking about a serious topic. We're talking about Leela Alcorn and the suicide. So obviously this entire video is trigger warning, but I think it's important that we talk about this. So today is my birthday, and the reason why I'm happy that we're doing it this week is because it's my birthday. And as weird as that sound, let me just explain a little bit. I turned 24, and I never ever looked at my life in the future tense when I was younger. I never knew that I could transition and I could be happy and I could actually have a life. And although my life right now is chaotic and I'm going through a lot of shit, I am so happy that I was able to transition and live this life. So basically, the hard times that I have right now aren't related to me being trans, but to me that's hard to distinguish because all of my hardships from before were because I was trans. So it comes to a point in my life where I realize that I am gonna grow older in this body, and I'm very lucky and very privileged to do that, where other people in the world aren't able to do that, and a lot of people commit suicide. Trans people commit more suicide than all of like LGBT population combined. We have more suicide attempts. Like, when you look at those numbers, we're not making them up. It's there for a reason, and that's where the issue is. And the suicide note that she left killed me. I read it and over again, and it was just horrible. I think it happened right after Christmas or before Christmas. I mean, people do this every day and no one seems to care. And I think it sucks so bad that she, in order to be happy, she had to die because she couldn't handle her life anymore. But people do this every day. People attempt suicide, people kill themselves. Nobody cares. It's like we're nothing. It's like we're second-class citizens. Nobody looks at us and thinks we're a population that's at high risk of suicide, unless they actually know what it feels like or what it's like to be trans and to live in a society. Even though I'm super privileged, I live in Canada and I've been to the States and I have many friends in the States, we can transition, but there's still a lot of hate. Even though I live in a very open-minded city, that doesn't mean that I've been safe 100% of the time. The law here in Quebec actually does horrible things to trans people, and you can't do anything about it. We're trying to change it, but they don't care. So it sucks that she had to die, but something did come out of her suicide. Like she said in her note, make my suicide mean something, because she's now part of the statistics of trans people who kill themselves. And it makes me, I feel conflicted because it makes me super happy that it's out there and people in the news are talking about it, like CNN and all of these other online, it's amazing how social media works, and how it worked in that instant, but I don't feel like anybody's talking about it anymore. Even though it happened less than a month ago, it's like nobody cares. And that's usually what happens with social justice stuff. Even Ferguson, I mean, it's still happening. People don't see it on their social media feed, they don't think about it anymore. So what we need to do is keep bringing these things up, especially in the trans community. I mean, we're dying, and especially trans women of color. Holy shit. It's like we're dying, we're like I don't know how to explain it. Like, we're not being extinct or anything like that, but it's like people want to get rid of us so much that they think that killing all of us is going to get rid of trans people in total. Like, there's always going to be trans people. Like, I did not choose to live this way. Yo, life is so hard when you're trans. Like, even if I'm transitioned, I'm on hormones, I had top surgery, like, doesn't mean my life is easy. It makes my life is easier than it was before, but it's still hard. I mean, there's still suicidal thoughts that come to my mind related to transition things, but I mean, I think that happens with almost everybody, and that's trans. And There needs to be something that happens. So I think that with FTM Transtastic and my personal channel, I try so hard to give people accurate information, especially in the trans community. I try to give out info. Instead of talking about my own transition, which I do sometimes, I like to give people information so that if somebody who isn't trans stumbles upon my video and then they understand like, oh shit, yeah, like being trans isn't really fun. You don't choose this life. It's not like, haha, I'm gonna be a guy tomorrow. Like, I don't know, I feel like the process of creating more information is going to help people. And I feel like that's just obvious. So anyways, that's all I had to say. Hopefully, honestly, I want to say like hopefully no one else has to die because of things like this, but I mean, yeah, I can't say that because it's gonna happen. I wish nobody else would commit suicide because they're trans, but it's gonna happen. And there's like a trans lifeline call thing, and it's in Canada now, and I'm doing a training to become one of the volunteers to get calls. And I feel like we in the trans community need to help other people in the trans community if you're willing to. If you're stealth and you don't want, that's fine. You don't have to like out yourself, but there are ways of being like good like cis allies. Anyways, I'm done. Hopefully this wasn't too depressing, but yeah, so I mean, it freaks me out that I'm 24 now, it's my birthday, and I'm here. Like, my life, I live, I don't know. I never thought this would happen. I thought I would be dead. So, anyways, that's depressing. I'll see you guys next week.